Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone tuning in to the Tech Packs Ignite series. For this particular series, we will be covering a topic that is near and dear to my heart, Hispanic Heritage Month. My name is Danielle de la Paz, and I am a volunteer and programming coordinator within the Tech Pack. Today, we have a very special guest who will be covering the work that he has done within his community to really enact real engaging and positive change. Before we get into that intro though, Hispanic Heritage Month is an annual celebration of the history and culture of the US, Latinx, and Hispanic communities. This spans between September 15th and October 15th and commemorates how communities have influenced and contributed to American society at large. So our special guest today has done much work within various communities, making and influencing positive impact. Diego Souza is currently the Cummins Inc. Global Chief Information Security Officer, where he is a strategic thought leader, adept at safeguarding the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of company data, information systems, and operational technology. He also has a proven aptitude for aligning cybersecurity hardware, software, and policies with corporate strategy. Skilled at planning, delivering, and managing global information security initiatives designed to thwart internal and external threats, Diego is a collaborative team mentor with the ability to build the best talent and inspire people through his leadership. So without further ado, Diego, thank you so much for joining the Tech Pact to talk about Hispanic Heritage Month and the work that you've done.
Thank you so much, Danielle, for the introduction. I'm so pleased to be here and talk about a topic that I'm passionate about, which is the support, the giving back. So I'm looking forward to this very interactive conversation we are going to have here.
Yes, thank you so much. That is something that's very near and dear to my heart as well, is giving back and the impact that we make in people's lives. And I see that you have done a lot. So we're going to get into all of that. The first question that I do have for you though is, what does Hispanic Heritage Month mean to you personally?
It means a lot, right? It means for me, first of all, is a recognition of the great people we have in the United States, coming from that heritage of Latinos, right? So when we call Hispanic, I like to put it Latinos because Hispanic, and most likely we assume people speak Spanish. I am from Brazil and we do Portuguese, but I'm very, very proud of this month celebration because it means that more and more the Hispanic, the Latino people are getting recognized by the value they bring to this country, to this nation. So it's very important to celebrate. So we must to celebrate.
Yes, absolutely. I am proud to be a Latina as well and represent and have conversations like this that drive our community forward. So going into the next question, we would love to hear a little bit more about yourself and your journey. So can you share some insight and your personal story with us of that journey?
No, definitely. It's always hard to speak about ourselves, right? But I can tell you that I came from Brazil. I moved to the United States in 2012. It was a huge challenge for me to move from Brazil to US. First of all, because of the language barrier. So at that time, my English was not even close to what I have right now. But I came from a very humble family in Brazil, and having opportunity to go to good schools or stuff like that was always hard for us. But I had the pleasure to meet a person one time in my life, and that person gave me one opportunity one day. So to join a organization as an intern. And I remember that was the door that changed my life. So that person, his name is Carlos Besseneri. I want to call out his name here. He changed my life forever because I got into the cybersecurity space and I started to work with this amazing subject. And I have been doing that since I had the opportunity to work for many other large organizations, and I had the pleasure to make an impact there. But every single step of my journey, I have tried to find ways to give back to people, give back to the community, either if it's through mentorship, if it's through some special programs I run in different countries. I think we're going to speak a little bit about that in a second. But my career has been very much about believing in myself. Don't let people put me down. Don't let discrimination draw my dreams. And I feel very proud to where I have reached as a global leader for a Fortune 150 company today. And for those that are listening to me right now, it's the message that I always like to tell is everything starts with you, right? You are the first person that needs to believe in you. So if you don't believe in you, then that's the first step to lose. But if you are the first person believing in you, that's the first step to win. So that's kind of a little bit of my journey. So I've been in cybersecurity for 23 years. So I've been doing a lot of this technical and non-technical work, getting to the board level, speaking about cyber. It's a very interesting topic, changing most of the organization I've been part of. But, very proud to be a Hispanic or Latino that made through the challenge.
I love your story, and it's very inspiring to me. There's certain elements that I heavily identify with as well. And as a younger professional, it's just very inspiring to me and gives me hope. And that's why I was smiling so big while you were speaking. And that kind of leads into the next question that we have for you, which is, we're sure that you've had both successes and challenges along the way in your career. How have you dealt with those challenges, and what drives you to succeed at the end of the day?
That's a very important question, to be honest, because sometimes it's easy for us to look for somebody that maybe reached to a great position like you and I or many other people out there. But we need to understand the journey. And throughout the journey, there are a lot of challenges you're going to have to make sure you surpass. I had several challenges that started initially in making sure I was able to communicate with people in English, right? I came here, my English was like my first challenge. So how do I speak business language in a language that I don't even have the ability to speak? That was the first thing I have to surpass. And I'll be honest to you, for many years I was scared of speaking, and scared that people would perceive me like, oh, he don't know how to speak English, or he don't know how to communicate. And I had to kind of battle with that fear. But I always look in my career in a way saying, okay, where I am today and where I want to be. What is the delta? What is the gap? So if I am a manager today, I want to be a director tomorrow. What is the delta between what I'm doing today versus what I want to do after? So how do I shape those skills? If it's communication, if it's executive presence, if it's technical background. So, and I always try to think about, if I want to be a director and I am a manager right now, I need to be executing as a director, even though I'm not a director yet. Right? So then when people look to me, they're gonna see in me that person that may fit in a future position they're looking for. Right? So you have to have that self-assessment, I call, or the career assessment. So that's important. And I'll tell you, you're gonna fail sometimes, and it's okay to fail. But make sure you learn from your failures. No, stand up, make the corrections, and continue the journey, right? Continue the walk. And my advice is, look for people that can help you, right? Mentors, coaches, people that are around you in your family, in the work that you are performing, the company you are working for. So those are people that can help you throughout the journey because they have been there before. So don't assume because you made a mistake, you fail it in something, you are not going to succeed. Those are part of the journey. Those are part of the lessons that life's gonna give to you in order for you to get better and make that right in the next time.
Absolutely. I also know that you mentioned earlier you've done a lot of work with different communities on a global scale, significant work centered around bringing tech education to underserved areas in both Nicaragua and Brazil. So how did that come about? What was the inspiration, the process, and could you share more of that story with us?
Yeah, now those two are my little babies I used to have. It's a very interesting. I was mentioning before, I was always looking for ways to give back to the community. And I had this experience in 2016. I had a mission trip with a church to Nicaragua. And we were there in this mission trip. And I saw this huge place where people used to throw all the trash, the rest of food and everything. And I saw a bunch of kids in that place. And then I was asking some of the locals and he told, no, yeah, those kids come here because they don't have anything to eat in their houses. So they come to this place to see if they can find something that's eatable. That was a heartbroken to me. I said, I need to do something. So I partnered with a local person, a pastor at a local church in Nicaragua. And I said, listen, I'm going to start to give you the resources. And I want you to start to make the food and invite those kids to come here every day and get at least one meal per day, one regular meal per day. Then that's how we started the program in Nicaragua. And then after a few months, I had a click. I said, listen, I'm giving the fish to these kids, right? It's okay, I need to do that, but how can I help them to fish their own food, right? How can I help them to fish? So then I said, you know what? I work with technology. I know a lot of people. So I think that's one of the ways I can help those kids. So I start to contact some friends here and there, got some donations of computers here and there. Then I spoke with the person in Nicaragua. Said, listen, can I use your location? He said, yes. So then we built this like a small school with the computers we received through donation. And we started to teach the kids how to use computer, how to do something different, and they can start to use that to try to get a job or something like that. And the program started to grow. And after we have stabilized the program, I gave it back to the community, right? So listen, I have started, but I want the community to take ownership and continue this program because the community needs to be involved. Right? It's easier for me to go there and establish the place, but I want to have the community participating, get engaged with the change that they are producing in their own environment. That's how everything started. And then similar situation in Brazil, we found a person there. He was looking to give opportunity to youth on the northeast of Brazil. I did the same. I spoke with people, we built the location, and I think we have about 25 to 30 youth going there almost every week to get lessons, coding and stuff like that. And I have some stories as well about people that are getting jobs based on those skills they were able to get through the program. So again, it's just a little it's just a little thing close to the whole world, but we need to start somewhere. And I decided to start in those locations, and I'll be honest, I'm very proud of the work they are doing right now and continue the program in those two locations. And I'm looking for the third as we are speaking.
Wow, that is very inspiring to me, and gives me hope that we have leaders like you who, yes, you have your day job, but when you see an issue that's going on in the world that's affecting our community, you're one to do something about it, and not only do it on your own, but you try to bring in the people along the way to initiate that change and like you said, people are getting jobs out of this. People are receiving different skills, and it's bringing our community closer together, which is amazing. So I'm excited to follow the journey and see if there's anything else, which I'm sure there is, that comes about, like you said, a third.
And you know what's very interesting here is, as I was sharing in the beginning, like 20-ish years ago, somebody gave me the opportunity. If it was not that one person, I don't know, I'm sure my story would be totally different today. But because of that one person, my whole life got changed. So you ever wanna watching this video right now, so you can be that changer, right? So you can be that person making the change, making the impact on somebody else's lives. So if you have the opportunity, you should go. It's about giving back. It's always about giving back.
I am loving this conversation, Diego. I feel like we need to connect offline, because my story is very similar. I would not be where I am today had it not been for one person, my teacher back in high school. And it's like you said, it's that one person who can really change your life. And it's people, like I said earlier, like you, who are helping change others' life, which is so amazing. So going into the next question, I know that you have a motto of push up and pull up those around you. We would love to hear more about the meaning behind that and the importance of the phrase as you mentor others around you.
Yeah, the push up, pull up, it's something, it's not my quote. It's a quote that I saw in one of the Hispanic events I participate. And since I heard that, I said, listen, this is something I want to take for me. Because how do I push up and pull up the next generation? It's not about me anymore, right? Because I made my career, I made my journey. Now I need to make sure whoever is coming behind me, they have the same opportunity. So pushing up and pull up. So making sure the next generation of young Hispanic children, they have the same opportunity I had throughout mentorship, throughout coaching. So I really like in any company I join, first thing, get involved in the D&I program, right? Diversity and Inclusion program. Making sure I make myself available for mentoring. So, I have people on all different levels in the organization right now having mentorship with me. I have interns, I have people at director level, because I love giving advices, right? Because, if you have the opportunity to help somebody to shortcut, you should do that. Because I don't want them to make the same mistakes I made when I was younger. If I had like the experience that I have today, would be much easier. So I can give that back as well, right? I'm giving back my time to help people to learn from somebody that had troubles throughout the career, that had challenge, that had mistakes, make mistakes. And the push up and pull up is really about that. So making sure you're helping the next generation to get ready and prepared to replace me or you one day.
That's amazing. And that leads into our final question, which is, you say that you want to serve as a mentor and a guide to the younger generation to push up and pull up. So what advice do you have for our future leaders looking to make change and start their journey, specifically within the technology space, but also just in general? What advice do you have?
I think I'll just piggyback on my first comment. I think the most important is believe in yourself, right? So don't let things around you to stop you to continue your journey. Sometimes you're gonna find discrimination, and I found many times discrimination in companies that I worked for. And I'll be honest, sometimes I felt that I should just, give up, go back to my country. This is not my place, because people say, why a Latino person is getting this position, not this other. I heard those comments. But I think the first advice is always believe in you, right? And find those good people. There many good people in everywhere, every location. So bad people are there as well, and they're gonna try to push you down. Don't listen to them. Listen to yourself, listen to your dreams, and get prepared, right? So miracles doesn't happen. You need to provoke miracles. That's what I like to say. So miracles happens because they are provoked to happen. So doors are there. You just need to go and open those. Making sure you get the right skills, you get prepared, you use the mentors, the peoples around you to shape yourself, and give back. I have learned that as much I give back, I receive. So that's a quote in my life: giving to receive.
Wow. Well, I've been here taking mental notes throughout the entire conversation. Diego, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for taking the time. This was personally very inspiring to me, and I know that for those that are going to watch this, that are watching right now, I hope that the message is the same. It's going to be a different message and takeaway for everyone, but overall, this was just an amazing, inspiring conversation. So thank you so much.
No, thank you so much for your invitation. I'm loving this conversation as well. I hope those that are on the other side of the screen watching this video right now, so they can get something out of this. Again, believe in you, trust in yourself, continue, don't give up. There is always a door waiting for you. So you hold the key, just find the right door to open.
Wow. Well, with that, everyone, thank you so much for joining our Tech Pact Ignite series centered around Hispanic Heritage Month. I am Danielle de la Paz. Thank you to Diego Souza for your time, and we hope that you enjoyed. So thank you, everyone.